It's episode 4 of season 8 of Rick and Morty. And this week's episode was an Easter episode, which is weird that they decided to do an Easter episode this season when this season is not released anytime near Easter. It's summer. Weird? Weird decision. Because normally when they have, like, say, a Christmas special, that's when the season is releasing in December, so it makes sense for the Christmas special to be there. But now we have the Easter episode in like mid-June. It's quite weird. But anyway, so this episode is their Easter episode. This is Rick and Morty's take on Easter. And it has, Jerry wants to celebrate Easter with the family, and he's taking Easter very seriously. Very seriously, like Christmas and all that type of stuff. But the family is not interested at all. Summer's packing for spring break. Beth, I don't remember what Beth was doing, but she's doing something that, he doesn't to tell him no. Rick's dealing with some alien, and Jerry's like, you know what, never mind. And Morty was streaming on Twitch. So, good for you, Morty. Build that fan base. Don't go on Twitch, though. That's a toxic platform. Get off Twitch. Get off Twitch immediately. And while Jerry bemoans the fact that just wanted to celebrate a holiday with my family, and the rest of the family doesn't care, he leaves. He takes all his Easter decorations, and he accidentally runs over and kills the Easter Bunny, and that starts the plot of this episode going. So we find out that by killing the Easter Bunny, you then start to become the Easter Bunny. And that's what starts happening to Jerry. Jerry starts to become the Easter Bunny. So, of course, it's up to Rick and Morty to go and find the cure and stop, Jerry's transformation. So they go to a bunch of different planets, and they are chased by literally space Christians who want to stop the Easter Bunny, because the Easter Bunny has, like, pheromones that it emits that causes people to have sex, and these Christians are anti-sex. No sex. Sex is disgusting to them. And that is the plot. That's your basic plot of the episode here. So Jerry's transformation to becoming the Easter Bunny, it happens gradually. Like, he just gets really muscular. Then he starts getting, like, the beginning of a tail behind his back. Then his teeth start falling out. Then his knees bend backwards. It's a slow and gradual thing. And he just goes on a pheromonal craze, going around like the town and city, causing people to just have sex. And it gets real graphic of people just having sex. Like, everyone is just having sex. I think there's like a giant pile of people having sex at one point. I get the joke that you're doing, that, everyone's going crazy, but there's a line you crossed where it stops being funny and just becomes like, ew, And it did cross that line for me at this point. I'm just like, I'm not finding this funny anymore. I just think it's gross and disgusting. Rick does make a Zaslav joke when they go to, like, supposedly this place is like one of the coolest places on Earth, and this is where the Easter Bunny was, frozen in ice, and it escaped. And Rick's like, I don't want to make a climate change joke because I don't know which way Zaslav voted, which was funny. And he and Morty get into a fight, and he calls Morty. He's like, screw you, he's like, screw you, you're gay. And Morty's like, you can't say that anymore. No, hell yeah, you can. I'm with Rick. Bring that back being an insult, god damn it. It still is. So the enemy being space Christians. I'm going to see a lot of people say, like, oh, look at that, Rick and Morty's attacking, the Christian conservative. But here's the thing. Rick and Morty, nothing should be safe. It's like South Park. South Park goes after everyone, right? That's what Rick and Morty used to do. It used to take shots at everyone. Then, like, everything, it started to take itself, like, a bit safe and not go after, or if it did go after, it would go after one specific group. Now we've kind of gone back with Rick and Morty to points where they start taking shots at both sides, and that's fine. Because the thing is with these space Christians, they're not like, it's not a malicious attack, right? It's a poke fun of, which is what it was. And I had zero problem with it. I had zero problem with it because I thought that it's just a poke fun of, right? It's not a malicious assault on Christians and their beliefs like other shows do, right? This wasn't that. This was just poking fun in a fun way for the joke. One of the main space Christian looks like Jesus, and he's very anti-sex. And then by the end of it, because he's seen sex so much, he goes to his wife and he wants to have sex with her. And she's like, "What am I gonna have sex with? You're like the top of a body," because he's been like Darth Mauled. She's like, "You're the top of a body. What am I gonna do with that?" He's like, "Well, I have an egg with the spirit of the Easter Bunny in it. Does that turn you on?" She's like, "No." Yeah, I found it funny. And then by the end of it, because they get rid of the Easter Bunny and all that, the Smiths become anti-holiday, and then it just shows them like for the rest of the year being anti-holiday, destroying Halloween, destroying Thanksgiving. They don't eat turkey, they eat pizza to, spite you. Earth Day, they tear that shit down, which I'm all for that one. Christmas, they ruin all Christmas decorations. Like, they're just destroying all holidays. Beth even points out, did we just live through an entire calendar year? And summer has been in spring break this whole time and has been forgotten about. And apparently spring break has now become like a cult, where you must produce tributes in order to survive. Because spring break only ends when your parents come and pick you up. And summer's just been there forever doing drugs. So yeah, that was the episode. Not the best one, but I don't think it was super bad. I do think at points, like the whole sex crazy stuff did go over the edge for me, and it stopped being funny, and it just was like, oh, okay, yeah, They kind of wore the joke out at times. But that's gonna do it for me. That's this episode of Rick and Morty for me. I don't think it was bad, but I don't think it's the best episode of the season ever. Still think the first episode was the best one. I still think that. Still think it was the first episode, then probably last week's episode, then this one, and then the second episode. That's probably where I go. So, that's going to do it for me. What did you think of the episode? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys all next time.